Hey, it's me, Val, and a while ago I was suggested to do this challenge by the Dark Knight on YouTube, as he was doing it live, but I could not stay for a stream, and yes, for those who pay attention, this is the first time in who knows how long I haven't streamed a challenge first. But with that out of the way, the rules are, frankly, quite simple. No takedowns, including silent ones during Predator sections, and no, this is just not my no stealth challenge again, as I do end up using a little bit of stealth later down the line, but it is very similar, and once again, I will be playing on normal difficulty for my own personal sanity. The first encounter, just like any other playthrough, is a complete cakewalk, but I already found myself having to resist the urge to press the crouch plus counter combo to more easily and efficiently take out thugs, especially when their numbers were already so few. But even though I won't highlight every fight, you'll still see by the very end of the game, I am being told to do a ground takedown, meaning I never did it once. And then I was stupid and tried walking in front of Zaz, and to nobody's surprise, it didn't work, so I gave him the 3-piece combo with a side of root beer to help him relax on the floor. I continued to refuse to save both of the cops and take out the thug, as, well, I feel the thug is basically a takedown, as well as break these two's kneecaps for looking at me weird. I died to the tutorial titan trying to do the speedrun strat, and then almost again, however, this time it worked.
Oh my god.
I scan the flask that belongs to the infamous balls and fight off these thugs, who, thankfully, are very simple to deal with, only needing a flurry of punches and counters. I'm so glad I can skip this encounter this time, even though it didn't take many attempts in my no stealth run, go check it out if you haven't, meaning only one thug to deal with who was more resilient than I expected. Predator sections will be by far the most challenging part, as well, it's a challenge for a reason, and as stated before, I cannot perform silent takedowns. However, I can still use stealth to hide if needed, but you'll see, I don't use it much until the later sections anyways. The first attempt ended in a bust, dying to the last thug, but my second attempt I bought combo Batarang and was able to take them all out without using any takedowns.
Big.
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
I eye up Officer Balls and make my way to saving the Batmobile, but first these two thugs which didn't go as planned but still worked. Then saving the Batmobile, nothing to note, as they're all easily taken down with Batman's raw strength. And I unlocked the explosive gel, a gadget that came in clutch later in this run. Shortly after, we find ourselves at our next Predator section, and after 3 failed attempts, I decided to just use a little bit of stealth because, well, you'll see my health.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save him.
The first doctor is nothing to note other than the two thugs, I guess. Not sure why I'm even including them, and then I proceed to save the second doctor with only 2 batarangs, but if you want to see me save them with only 1, check out the top right corner. This was the only real noteworthy doctor, but also with nothing to note at the same time. Beating them up was just punches and counters was very simple, to the point to where I got perfect free flow doing so. And then somehow not kill the third doctor despite the sheer amount of speed of the rubble flying at her. I blew up this guy because I'm bored to knock him down before beating him unconscious, then troll this one thug. The Scarecrow section, just like most of my challenges, are nothing to note, as even the one with skeletons does not contain a single takedown, as they die within a 3-hit combo, which is what usually knocks down thugs. These 3 thugs pose no threat, and then it's time to save Mr. Gordon Dude Man Person guy, which was a cakewalk as the vents can be used in this challenge, and at the glass above Harley, I learned from the Dark Knight's stream that you can simply use explosive gel instead, negating the takedown prompt. And then it's Bane, who doesn't exist for this challenge. Well, he does, but I'm not doing any ground takedowns while trying to survive against what is essentially a giant charging Chuck. Once inside the Bat Cave, the Batman batifies his Bat Grapple to become a Bat Claw, being a gadget that I won't use very much during any of the combat, as it's basically pointless to bring them down to the ground if I'm not going to take them down. Well, except I do still use it, but not for takedowns. In the sewers, I take out all of these thugs without taking them down, and leave the underground to resurface, leading me to the snipers, and then I died before plotting my revenge and beating the crap out of them. And the same goes for the next set of snipers. Nobody is safe from Batman's pent-up rage after the suffering he went through, and easily disposed of all the thugs trying to stop him from making his way to breaking all of the bones of the bodies of all of his friends keeping watch over the Arkham mansion, their snipers not being a threat to Batman. I break this thug's back before this Predator section, which I kid you not has never gone this smoothly. Of all playthroughs, this is the first time I've ever done it on my first attempt without taking damage. Then I almost find the cure. Yes, I'm skipping over small minor encounters. It's 3 thugs, and like I said, you'll see later on that I still did not use a single ground takedown. These 4 thugs, well, yeah, it's not anything special, but for the big library fight, it's also nothing special. I mean, I beat all of these guys without exceeding a combo of 1 once, and then once again also beat them without countering, dodging, or running. Go check out both of those videos if you haven't. So to nobody's surprise, I was able to beat them all without a single takedown. And I even did it without breaking my combo once, which felt pretty good to do. But not as good as giving these 2 thugs severe brain damage for thinking a gun would be enough to stop the bat. Then these goobers think they can stop me from finding the cure? Well, little did they know the wrath pent up within Batman from them kidnapping the cops without asking him nicely first, so I make sure they won't ever do it again. He drops a chandelier on their already almost nearly lifeless bodies before memorizing the cure to hopefully save Joker within the next installment of the series if there ever is a time where he almost dies. Let's hope that never happens. Wah, my parents died. Boo-hoo, get over it, Bruce. There's more thugs we need to beat the ever-living daylights out of. This encounter was all bark and no bite, immediately falling over from 1 tug and a few swift punches. Once again, to nobody's surprise, 4 thugs isn't much to deal with. So we look at the fancy correct stick on the ground, then get shot before beating up the thugs tormenting the poor doctor who probably does not get paid enough. 3 more easy thugs, and soon we encounter what I thought would be a failure for this run, Lunatics. But first we steal Mr. Sharp's Game Boy in order to escape, but now our time has come, time to deal with Lunatics. Wait, apparently just throw him into this room and I can escape. Never mind, that wasn't too bad. Now we move on to Harley Quinn's Goon Off, which, believe it or not, is quite simple to deal with without takedowns. But once again, our free pass has come to an end. Now there are 2 Lunatics. I tried throwing them into a cell like the last time as well. It worked. You can probably tell where this is going. It didn't. This made me lose all hope. Well, not all, because I remember a past stream where, well, I don't remember if it was a stream or a video comment. Either way, I remember someone telling me that you can, in fact, use gel to take out thugs. But I didn't know if the same would apply to Lunatics, but after giving them a few booms, the bats flew out of them. Finally, I don't need to use takedowns to take out Lunatics. This run is saved. Then we save the cops and blow up yet another Lunatic, putting him to permanent rest. Then skip his brother, sparing him so he can spread the word to the rest of the Lunatics to leave Batman alone. Then during the second and last Harley Quinn Goon Off, it's once again very simple to not use a single takedown, and it's also fun electrocuting thugs when the opportunity arises. And it seems the Lunatic didn't do as asked, so he gets free shock therapy. Then blow up another, and another, and yet another. Skipping all the other Lunatics inside the Botanical Garden, we reach yet another Predator section. This one taking a very few one attempt because I went straight for the power. Defeated all these thugs and the janitor too, but by accident. Then continued to skip this Predator section by just gliding above them.
Being carried through the streets, stepping over the corpses of...
Beat these guys off for no reason, but this time not kill the janitor, and oh boy, waiting for them to stand up before beating them again was annoying. My finger was just itching to immediately finish them off, but alas, the challenge didn't allow it. And now it's another Predator section, this one not being bad in the slightest.
Incapacitated the main threat, but the hostages are still in danger.
Then 2 Titans in a challenge where I don't need to worry about them, well except for the fact I was taken down, then completely skip this fight by immediately venting. Beat down 2 more hooligans, and then skip yet another Predator section by just, once again, gliding above them. And now it's one that actually needs to be done. Except it doesn't, because I once again skip it by going straight for the terminal. Then leave. Skip Scarecrow by shooting him with light in the crotch because I can't do takedowns on skeletons. Skip these thugs, then easily take out the thugs at the bottom with only punches. Skip Killer Croc as well as these thugs to get the Ultra Bat Claw, then punch these thugs while standing on running water, meaning that they will eventually drown while passed out. Mess up pulling these thugs to their death and continue to do so, then once again skip a Predator section, because why not? It's my playthrough, you can't tell me what to do. Turn off the other 2 pumps, then die because I suck at the game, and again, But it's already annoying enough to get ground takedowns with a Titan, let alone with a bajillion thugs, so you can rest assured I did not pull any off. Then it's Poison Ivy, no takedowns needed, then I'm a party pooper and don't dance with the thugs, emotionally damaging all of them, and then guess what? Not chicken butt, I die again because of a Titan metal pipe wombo combo. And then kill them all, nope, I died again. And then kill them all. And as I said, you can see the game still wants me to perform a ground takedown for the first time, meaning I did not use a single one throughout any of the combat encounters, and will continue to not use a single one as Joker does not require any, meaning yes, you can indeed beat Batman Arkham Asylum without any takedowns. I've been Val Strakuga, thank you for watching, oh and subscribe, duh.